Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to officially call this public meeting to order. I would ask everyone to please rise for a moment of silent prayer and or reflection as we think about what's happening in Florida with Hurricane Ian, what's happened in Puerto Rico with Hurricane Fiona. Also, our administrator has lost her father recently, so the Ventura family, and all of our law enforcement officers. Please salute the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please note the fire exits behind you into the parking lot, and to my left and your right into the hallway. This door you'll run into will not open, so do not go that way. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and attend any meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with this act, the Mayor and Council of the Borough of New Milford have caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the Borough Hall, and notices have been sent to the record in the Ridgewood News. The mission of this governing body is to provide essential services through the establishment and implementation of public policy that will safeguard infrastructure, provide fair, honest, courteous, and professional services, establish a sense of trust and accomplishment between all residents, and through research and prudent planning seek to minimize risk while improving our services. We are sensitive to the needs and satisfaction of our taxpayers, while realizing that this governing body cannot be all things to all people within the revenue constraints imposed by state mandates, economic conditions, and prevailing attitudes about taxation. As the opportunity, I would ask you to please call the roll.
Councilman Samuelson.
Present.
Councilman Starkey Hurley. Council President Duffy.
Here.
Councilman Grotsky.
Here.
Councilman Seymour.
Here.
Councilwoman Grant.
Here.
Mayor Pacino.
Here. Okay, under unfinished business, may I get a motion for the approval of the minutes from the September 12th, 2022 closed and work session meetings?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I abstain.
And one abstention. Okay, we have one ordinance for adoption tonight, and when the clerk gets the opportunity, I'd ask her to please read the ordinance.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 2 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of New Milford entitled Administration to replace Section 2-19.10 entitled Special Law Enforcement Officers.
Okay, as I mentioned in the introduction, this amends a section on special law enforcement officers to add SLEO 1. Basically, there's going to be no more training for our traditional auxiliary officers, so the borough is being proactive by getting a jump start on Class 1s, so whenever we have the transition, we have full coverage. Making a motion to open to the public for a public hearing on this ordinance.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions about this ordinance and this ordinance only, now would be the opportunity to speak. Seeing that no one from the public has any questions, may I get a motion to close to the public?
Motion to close. Second.
All in favor? May I get a motion to adopt this ordinance on its final reading?
Motion. Second.
May I get a roll call, please?
Councilman Samuelson.
Yes.
Council President Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Grotsky.
Yes.
Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to new business. As you can see, we have a special night tonight. Chief, is there anything you'd like to say?
Sure, thank you. Due to some recent personnel changes, we've had an opening, a vacant position for sergeant. So we had the New Jersey State Chiefs of Police testing unit in last week to give a sergeant's test. They give an oral promotional test, and then we take those scores and we add them with some other criteria. And our overall number one on the test and overall was police officer Przemysław Boński. He's also known as Mike Boński, so I'll probably call him Mike throughout. A little background here. Mike immigrated to the United States with his family when he was 16 years old, and he attended high school in Queens, New York. He joined the U.S. Army in 2001, where he earned the rank of sergeant. He was deployed to Jordan, Kuwait, and Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom, and was in the initial wave of the 2004 Battle of Mosul, where he saw a lot of action. And he actually doesn't even like to talk about it, because I've asked him before, and it's something that he does, keeps quiet about. He received an honorable discharge in 2004 and moved home to the United States and started a successful cleaning business. He also eventually created a beautiful family here that we see tonight. In 2013, Mike attended Ashford University in Iowa, online, and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Social and Criminal Justice with a minor in History. In 2014, he took the alternate route Police Academy test and was accepted and paid his own way through the Bergen County Police Academy. In June of 2015, he was hired by the New Milford Police Department. He was an excellent police officer on the road, made many arrests, was proactive, and also proved himself to be a great investigator when he was assigned to the Detective Bureau a year ago. Tonight, we're proud to promote Officer Boinski to Sergeant Boinski. And you guys can come up to the dais here. I'd also like to point out that it's great to see everybody here. A lot of Mike's family is in Poland and couldn't attend. So his NMPD family is here, including retired Captain Doobie and retired Captain Jones, who both look a little different, but it's still them. Rob lost about 50 pounds, and Bill grew 50-pound beard. But they're still great guys, so you can head up there and take your oath.
Sure.
I state your name.
I, Milford Boinski,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the rules and regulations of the New Milford Police Department,
and the rules and regulations of the New Milford Police Department.
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the government established
in the United States and in this state,
in the United States and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
And I do solemnly swear
And I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office of
all the duties of the office of
Police Department Sergeant
Police Department Sergeant
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
You have any sign? Everyone's very excited about this promotion, obviously, especially Hannah. I just wanted to publicly thank the mayor and council for the support. Supervision is more important than ever in the police world, and your constant support has been helpful, so thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. Good job.
We're going to take a 2-minute break, so if anyone who wants to leave, or leave, or you can hang out and stay with us the rest of the night. Thank you Okay, back in session. We jumped the gun a little bit.
Had a message there?
I forget.
You have to stay.
They have to stay.
Let the record reflect.
Good night.
May I get a motion to adopt 2022:326? Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Kind of did it backwards on that one, right?
That's a great story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting. Okay. May I get a motion for appointments Casey Hiddle to the Planning Board, Class 4, and Lisa Seymour to the Rent Leveling. Actually, I'm going to break them out. We're going to pull this one out. Casey Hiddle for Planning Board, Class 4. May I get a motion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. May I get a motion for Lisa Seymour for Rent Leveling for a tenancy?
So moved.
Second. May I get a roll call, please?
Councilman Samuelson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sarpi Hurley.
Yes.
Council President Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Grotzky.
Yes.
Councilman Seymour.
Abstain.
Councilwoman Graham.
Yes.
Okay. Well, congratulations, and thank you, Casey and Lisa, for serving. So, item number 1 is Arts Bergen. That would be Councilwoman Grant and Councilwoman Sandhusen have some information for us, so
Thank you.
take it away.
The Arts Program is a 501c3 tax-exempt organization. It creates art projects they obtain grants and they create community art projects. They have done some in Hackensack and elsewhere, and now they're asking to participate with us in New Milford. We discussed various possibilities, and the decision or the plan that we arrived at was to put out a call for local artists in New Milford and the surrounding area, and also contact the Art Center of Northern New Jersey to inform artists to ask them to submit sketches to paint benches that we will erect in various places in town. Some of the places we thought we could have a bench would be in Milford Woods, the library, Knightsfield, and various other very public places. The designs will be submitted to a committee that will include members of the council, and once they're determined, they will start work. I've been in touch with the DPW, and they approve of the project. And what am I missing? How many benches will be painted will depend upon the amount of the grant that they receive. They're asking for $6,000, which would probably get us 5 to 6 benches. If they get less money, there would be fewer benches. But I think it's a very exciting project. It brings art into our everyday world. You don't have to go somewhere particular to see it. our original idea was painting the benches on Main Street, but that did not work out because of the composition of the benches themselves. So if we have one at Knights Field or one at Williams Park, the library, I'm blanking name on the pond. Park Castle Pond, thank you. Or in Milford Woods, many people will be able to see the art. And I did send around to the council some illustrations of projects they've done elsewhere, and I find the art very appealing. So I'm hoping that the council will be interested in going forward with this, and I'd like Councilwoman Sandhusen to talk about the environmental aspect of this.
Thank you. So did you also mention that the Northern New Jersey Community Foundation was partnering?
I did not mention that.
How's that? So, okay, so this is in partnership with the Northern New Jersey Community Foundation, who's a nonprofit organization here in serving Northern New Jersey and Bergen County. The invitation, what was appealing to this grant public art proposal is that the focus of the art will be to highlight environmental awareness. So there's an opportunity to have some creativity and do some education and environmental education and awareness and bring some beauty. So there's a lot of win-win-wins in this art project, public art project.
How many people do we need for our internal committee?
We have not gotten to that point yet. I think that they mentioned perhaps 2. Do you recall, Lisa? They said they were made up of members of their organization as well as us, and I think they mentioned someone else, and I don't recall now. We will have the final word on what.
But like 2 people from the council?
Yes. And if they get the grant, I would very much like to be.
I was just going to say.
Well.
All right, I'm gonna nominate Councilwoman Grant and Councilwoman Sandhusen for this project. Can I get a motion?
I'd like.
Motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you, Council. I think it's going to be a very interesting project. I do not have a timeline for it, although the application is due, I believe, in November. How long they will take to act upon it remains to be seen.
There's no cost to the borough.
There is no cost to the borough, other than it was agreed that we would provide the benches.
Yes.
Beyond that, there is no cost to us. I make that quite clear.
And would you be able to forward me a copy of the information?
Of course.
Okay, thanks.
Anything else on the art spread? No?
Thank you.
Thank you. Sounds exciting. Okay, item number 2 is schedule updates. Saturday, October 1st is our annual Clean Communities Day. It's sponsored by the New Milford Clean Communities and the New Milford Environmental Energy Commission. It'll be from 8 to 12 a.m. at the New Milford DPW. Sunday, October 16th, we're going to have our first Fallen Firefighters dedication, sponsored by the New Milford Fire Department. The time is still to be determined, and it's going to take place at and around Company 1 on Center Street. Sunday, October 16th is also Annual Fire Awareness Day, sponsored by the New Milford Fire Department. The exact time of start, do we know the exact time yet?
I did get a start time, but to be sure of that. I believe at the borough hall lot from 12 to 4.
12 to 4 p.m.
They'll be setting up probably around 10:30, and they were hoping maybe, maybe Ira, if you could request that the PD keep that lot open, if you would.
Will do.
Thank you.
Excellent. Also on the 16th of October is New Milford Centennial Serenade, sponsored by the New Milford 100th Anniversary Committee. It starts at 1 p.m. I don't know if it has an exact end date, depending on how rowdy it gets. And that will be at Knights Field at our new pavilion. Thursday, October 20th is the Health Alliance Seminar, sponsored by the New Milford Municipal Alliance. It's from 6 to 9:30 p.m. It will take place at New Milford High School. Tuesday, October 25th is our annual Domestic Violence Symposium. It's sponsored by the Borough of New Milford, the Milford Police Department, and the Milford School District. It's from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. It'll take place in the New Milford High School auditorium, and this will also be live-streamed event. So it's in person and live-streamed. Thursday, October 27th is the Halloween dance party for DEO students, sponsored by the New Milford Municipal Alliance, the NMPD, and DEO Middle School PTO. It's from 7 to 9 p.m. at DEO Middle School. Friday, November 11th is our annual Veterans Day ceremony, sponsored by the New Milford Public Events Committee. The start time will be 11 a.m. and it'll be on the front hall of the Borough Hall lawn. Coming up in December will be our annual tree lighting / winter wonderland. We do not have a date or time on that yet. And December we will have our 100th anniversary time capsule burial ceremony. We do not have a date and time for that yet either. So coming soon. Okay. Is there any events that I missed that someone would like to bring up? Now I'll turn it over to our administrator for the administrative report.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few updates on some of the projects we have going on in town. The Knightsfield Pavilion, the concrete pad has been completed, and final grading and restoration is going to be coordinated with the contractor. The Madison Avenue sidewalks, the bids, we've advertised for bids and we're receiving them on October 4th. The Kennedy Field bench covers, although it appears as though the project has been completed, we have a little bit of turf restoration that we still need to complete. It's a very small amount, and we're hoping to have it completed this week. And this is no change, but just to continue the report on the Sutton Place tennis court lighting, the material is expected by the end of this month, with installation planned for the middle of October. We did put the rebid out for the collection of leaves and vegetative waste. It was advertised September 15th, and the bids are due back October 5th. As a reminder, there's been a change to the published meeting schedule of the Mayor and Council. We're going to be meeting just once in November for a combined work and public session on November 14th. And our next meeting is a public session. It's actually a work session, and that is going to be held in person on Wednesday, October 12th, because the Borough Hall will be closed on Monday, October 10th in observance of Columbus Day. And just a few upcoming dates with regard to the general election, which is scheduled for Tuesday, November 8th. The last day for people to register to vote is October 18th. It's 21 days prior to the general election. In-person early voting begins at 9 locations throughout Bergen County. I believe we have the locations already posted on the website, and if not, we will be posting them. And it starts October 29th and runs through November 6th. So you can go out and vote in person prior to Election Day. Tuesday, November 1st is the last day to apply for a vote by mail ballot. Saturday, November 5th, the clerk's office is going to be open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in order to apply in person for a mail-in ballot for the general election. And Monday, November 7th, by 3 o'clock p.m. is the last day to apply to the county clerk's office in person for a general election mail-in ballot. And our general election will be held on Tuesday, November 8th from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. One of the early voting locations is actually the Bergen County building in Hackensack, and another close location is Teaneck Richard Rhoda Center. So that's where two of the locations where early voting will be taking place that are local to New Milford. Other than that, Mayor, I just wanted to mention that we were talking about adding a resolution tonight, and that's the extent of my report.
Thank you very much. Is there any questions for the administrator? If not, I would ask for a motion to add resolution 2022:334. This is going to be to endorse Assembly Bill 4200 regarding stormwater management and reservoir management.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, so that will be added as 334. Staying on the resolutions, has everyone had an opportunity to look at them? Is there any that need to be pulled for further discussion and or vote? Okay. If not, we're going to jump into council committee reports. Can I get a motion to file committee reports with the borough clerk, fee spread full upon the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so we're going to go around real quick, and we're going to start with Councilwoman Grant.
Thank you, Mayor. The Friends of the Library held their annual book sale last weekend, and it was very successful. And they have their townwide garage sale also, which was very successful. There were more than 40 people who signed up, and it was a beehive activity at the library and around town. So they're very pleased, and both events were very excellent. That's all I have today.
Excellent. Thank you. Councilman Seymour.
Thank you, Mayor. Very briefly, Mayor, the Flood Advisory Committee has met and continues to work very hard to brainstorm solutions and innovative ways to mitigate future flooding. And I have to compliment each member of this committee, Mayor, because each committee member comes not only with passion, but with a wealth of knowledge and preparation to each meeting. And they come with very good, valid suggestions, and they've done research, so they're working very hard. And I would also just follow up with your reference to the Tuesday, October 25th Domestic Violence Symposium. 2 quick points that I've been asked by our residents. One, as you mentioned, this event is, in addition to being live streamed, live and in person, and we welcome as many people as possible to the high school auditorium to watch. And also, to any residents who either have a suggestion for the program or a question, residents should feel free to email me at my borough email, and I will respond to each resident. And we will certainly consider any suggestion or question that's presented.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilman Brodsky.
Thank you, Mayor. The Finance Committee met today. We're pretty much on budget for the year. Some of the interesting things that look like we're going to be going over on is street lighting and electricity, and gas and gasoline. What a shock. Also, the DPW took possession of their garbage truck last week, and we're just waiting for the license plates, and it'll be running on the road. That's what I got. Thank you.
Excellent. Council President Duffy.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, the Beautification Committee is partnering with the DPW to install corn stalks throughout the town. And as we make our improvements around town, it has increased the amount of corn stalks we're putting up, which is always a good thing. Secondly, under the Milford Fire Department, due to the condition of one of their engines, the engine number 32 for Company 1, Company 1 has formed an engine committee to study options for, don't want to say, yes, I do want to say, looking at a new engine, grant options. Looks like there is a grant being announced at the end of the year, and the due date, so to speak, would be in January. So there will be a grant. They're studying. They're looking at options as far as companies that they perhaps would go through. And the chief has assured me that they will come to a council meeting to speak about all their findings and what they recommend to be the most practical and important purchase. Taking into consideration they're going to have to get past Councilman Brodsky before they do anything. So they are well aware of that. So I think it's the time has come. It's a 28-year-old truck, so we've got to do something. And that's my report.
Thank you. Councilwoman Saraki-Hill.
Thank you, Mayor. So to start with our senior center, they've been extremely active. They've gone on some trips to Atlantic City. They have their little exercise program at Knight's Field. They attended a dance on senior picnic. But the good thing is, you're getting a lot of new guests to the senior center, and it's the younger baby boomers. So the older baby boomers, so the younger baby boomers. 60 on a, well, those are the older ones. Up to baby boomers.
Then what are the older ones?
Well, the baby boomers is for 40, well, it's a 20-year stretch.
All right, so this is the second half of the 20-year stretch.
It's a new young group coming in, there we go. Which is nice. In events, we just started our meeting, we're working on the, tree lighting ceremony and the Santa gathering. Also, the 100th anniversary, just deciding on a date for the castle. Historic, we're still looking at the grant, we're still working with our preservationists and trying to set that up. What else do we have? I think that's about it for now. Stigma-free, there's nothing to report because there is not a committee again. So, if there is anyone interested in becoming a member to Stigma-free, please call me. Please let me know, because I can't do it by myself. I'm not a member. And anyway, that's where that. It's been a very difficult year and a half trying to get that committee back together.
Yeah, if anyone's interested, or you can contact the Borough Hall,
Yeah,
and we will get you a spot on that committee, because it's important.
very important. Very important.
I know people are busy, I know a lot's going on.
But you know what? It's a total of maybe 9-10 meetings a year. If you're interested in volunteering and you say yes, you need to report to some meetings. You can't just show up when you want to once or twice a year. There's maybe 1 or 2 events a year. So please, if you are interested and you do put your name down, don't come to just the first meeting. We need members all over town. I mean, I think our town is great because of the volunteers that we have had in the committees that we have. We don't want to lose that. So, listen, there's another whole new group of young folks out there. We need you. We need you to help with our town, help with your town. That's it. That's about it.
Thank you. Councilwoman Sandy.
Thank you, Mayor. So I just want to clarify the time for the public to show up at the Clean Communities Day. So sign-ins will be at 8:45, and then they'll start at 9. So the committee will be showing up at 8 to get things set up. And also on that,
Show up early, you have to set up, so come at 8.
See you at 9.
right, and then. And additionally, for those who do show up, it is a rain or shine event, so please dress accordingly to the weather. Make sure you dress warm enough. Make sure you wear appropriate foot gear, because some of the places we go are pretty muddy. And for those of you that come out to volunteer, make sure you come back for the hot dog luncheon, generously sponsored by ShopRite.
Nice.
Yep. That's it.
Thank you.
That's what I have for today.
May I add one thing, Mayor?
Yes.
The rent leveling board is also short members, so if anybody's interested in participating on the rent leveling board, please contact the mayor or Ms. Denise.
Is it just tenant members at this time?
We will need an alternate, and
We were going to move someone up,
we're
but
going to move somebody up. She's
you
a
need to
homeowner.
contact them and let them know.
Yes.
If someone doesn't want to be moved up, I don't want to move them up. They get a motion to open to the public.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I do see a future member of our flood committee. He doesn't know he's a future member yet, but I know it.
No, he knows it, he's smiling. When does this meet, actually? Please identify yourself before speaking.
Do you want to do that, or do you want us to tell you about the flood committee after the meeting? Or do you want to get up and give us your name and address?
Tell me after the meeting.
Seeing that there's no one from the public that wants to ask a question, may I get a motion to close?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I get a motion to approve resolutions 2022:327 through 2022:334?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there any other business before this council? If not, may I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much, everyone, and have a good night. And once again, thoughts and prayers with Florida.
Yeah.
And the rest of the path of the hurricane. Moving on.
I was waiting for you to stand.